Hello YouTube, what is happening? Raptor here and we are back in the Academy of Rhea Lucaria. Elden Ring progressing today after yesterday's epic fail. So I need to start this with an apology. The last thing you guys will have seen is me beating the dog, the red mane wolf in the debate chamber of the Academy. And the day before this episode was recorded, the one you're watching now, I had started a recording session with the intention of pushing on and exploring all of this area. However, it did not go well. I spent 20 minutes stuck in here alone, and by the end of that 20 minutes, I was thoroughly unhappy with the content I'd recorded. I deleted the content because I was fuming. I wasn't playing very particularly well, but I also wasn't playing with any understanding of just what the defeats were teaching me. I became quite bitter and there was a lot of swearing involved. So I deleted the content and I went on an epic side quest, just exploration, leveled my character up, and then this is where the apology comes in. I came back and I did one part of the academy. There's stuff that you guys are gonna have missed now, things that you guys are not gonna have seen. Genuinely really sorry that you guys have missed sharing out on that part of the content, because I know that's the whole point of a Let's Play. However, I needed some time yesterday. I needed to not record because I wasn't in the mood. There was a whole lot of frustration and anger in the recording, and it wasn't pleasant, it wasn't nice. So I've basically done this whole half of the academy. Right up to the route takes you back to the entrance hall. You can kick down a ladder and then you're right back. You've opened up a shortcut basically, so I can get from the entrance hall right back to here if I wish. And that's one bonus. I also started an NPC's side quest line. If you remember, and you may have to quickly jump back a couple of episodes to see this, but there is, where we came out of Godric's castle, Godric the Grafted, so we came out of Stormvale Castle and we came to here, the lake facing cliffs, and in this here, the Church of Erith, there was a rather helpless wizard who had been locked out of the academy when they activated their seals. So he asks for a favour. If you manage to obtain a spare glintstone key, would you give it to him? And I did. I found a spare, I took it back to him. So he's somewhere in the academy now. I don't know where, but he's here somewhere. And the cause of my frustrations yesterday, or part of the cause of my frustrations yesterday, was the Iron Maiden. Now I didn't know that's what she was called until much later. So over there, moving around now, is the Iron Maiden. And I'm just going to say it now. She's a pain in the backside, and I'm not exaggerating, even for a From Software game. She has such a wide variety of attacks. She's not on wheels, so she doesn't have a turning radius. She's actually rolling on a giant ball, so she has 360-degree movement. Because of that, it's not like she has to engage the wheels and turn in an arc. She doesn't. She can literally roll that ball in any direction. So you can't lose her, for one. Number two, the blades on her arms are on chains, and they are actually longer than they look, and they can clip through this. So there's no point in hiding behind this for cover to give yourself breathing space. I think it's a bug, I don't think it's intentional, but the sad fact is that if she is locked onto you and you're in the middle of a fight and you go behind this, say to grab a quick drink of a flask, her attacks just clip right through it. The blade will come right through the concrete and hit you at the other side. So she has a long range attack where she throws the blade like that. Once the blade has hit, she then retracts the blade and pulls you in, and there's a follow-up attack where the blade that she's pulled in swings on its chain around her body and can hit you again. So she can basically hit you 3 times with what is essentially one attack. She has 2 close range spinning attacks, one where she just waves the blades and uses the weight of the blades to sort of loosely swing them around her body, covering all her sides, and that can hit you for damage. And then she has an attack where she spins like a spinning top, so she's rolling on the ball and spinning at the same time, so she can chase you down with that as well, but the blades can land multiple hits and kill you quite quickly. And then on top of that, she can open up the doors on her front, and the thing that's inside her that's actually piloting her can grab you and pull you into the Iron Maiden and do huge amounts of damage. It's potentially a one-shot if your health's low enough. So, yeah. I beat her once, and I was exploring and I got destroyed by something else that lives in the gardens. A giant crab that lives around that corner. I couldn't beat her again after that because my frustration was getting the better of me. So I took the path you see to your right and died to an NPC that we're about to meet, because that's the path I'm going to take now, because it's the only way I haven't been. But he killed me so soundly and so quickly that I lost my temper completely. I lost all will to play the game. I was unhappy, frustrated, pissed off, and I quit the game, basically. Now there is, I can't remember if it's here, yeah, there is a pattern to this. If you watch those long enough, you'll see that they drop a certain way. Our new pain in the backside is here. I took this the last time I came here, and it took me to the Church of Vows, which meant that I had to reset this whole sequence and make my way up here again. Let's see if what I've learned is enough to beat this guy. Oh, I should also show you that quite quickly before we trigger this guy. So as part of my frustration yesterday, I was angry that I was dying so easily, angry that I couldn't play the way that I wanted to. So I went away and I ground out some stats. So you can see that I'm now level 79. You can see that I've sunk points into Vigour, Mind, Endurance, Strength, Dexterity, and then Faith and Arcane. That has allowed me to wield a lot of the spells, a lot of the incantations that I've come across. I can't use spells, I can't do magic because I don't have high enough intelligence. However, I can use where are the incantations that I've come across, which are here. So right now I have equipped the Blood Flame Blade, which is incredibly useful. I have the Bestial Sling equipped. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's such a quick attack. I don't think it does a lot of damage, but I think it does have a high stagger, high interrupt, and it's quick. And I have Dragonfire. Now the only downside to Dragonfire is it has to be held and maintained, and right now my mind attribute's so low that my FP's kinda low, so it uses up the FP too quickly before it really gets going, so we'll need to sink points into that. So what we're going to do is what's become standard for me now. We are going to use the talisman that I have in my left hand that you just saw there. Allows me to cast Blood Flame Blade. Then we go back to two-handing our sword. We say, come on then, Moongrun, the Carrion Knight. Now he does attack quicker than me. If he gets that attack that he was going to do off, oh, I didn't realise my health was so low. I was so busy watching his health. So that blue attack that you saw there, I need more protective armour. But that attack that you saw there, where his sword went blue, his sword is capable of giving him the carrion great sword spell. It's a weapon art built into his sword. He can use it quickly for the slash that the spell would normally give you. But the advantage he has on the weapon art is he can actually charge it. He can charge it up to 2 times to boost the damage that it does, and it one-shot me when he done it to me yesterday. And that, as you can imagine, was the last straw. That was the, you know what, I'm done with this now. Please go away. And I went away and I did my grind and I did my leveling, and I was quite happy. I enjoyed playing the game. I explored. I felt like it was fun again, and so that's why I come back today, because I am happy. So, Bloodflame Blade again. Bloodflame Blade has a unique ability beyond just grafting these guys with bleed. Blood flame stays on them and causes bleed to continue building up. So even although they might roll away from the attack, bleed will still continue to build up on them. He's gone for his magic. So he's going to try now and do, there you go, the carrion piercer. Which he's just hit me with there. I need the... The bleed's not building up fast enough, so that might not actually be the best way to beat him, and that's the charge. The double charge on the sword there. Yeah, bleed might not actually be the best way to go here. I think in his initial phase, I'm not fighting smart enough here, I'm trying to overwhelm him with damage, but his poise is quite high. I think what I need is to block... The sword doesn't block much damage from boss type enemies and NPCs, but what it does allow me to do is guard counter, and guard counter can interrupt enemy attacks. He uses it on me off his shield. You'll see that, you hear the sound effect, the sort of mechanic where his strike hits me, sorry, and then sorry, my strike doesn't hit him, it hits his shield, and then you see that flash, and he gets a massive counter attack. Well, I can do that with the sword. I don't need a shield to do that. I'm not bothered about the runes. 7,000 isn't enough to level me up now, so that mechanic there. So I need to let my stamina recover. His attack hurts quite a lot though. Oh, he interrupted me. I thought I got hyper armor with the guard counter. Now he's going for the carrion greatsword. I needed to get that in there quickly, or he would have absolutely destroyed me there. So I'm going to have a drink as well. He's going to kill me again, I think. It does so much damage. His flask's out though. I'm trading with him just now because I know I'm wearing him down. The only thing is he's wearing me down as well. He'd have killed me if he'd got that follow up. I need to roll. There we go. So keep it coming. Oh no, I thought I had him there. My problem, the huge problem that I'm having is I'm finding it too difficult to resist damage. I do have 100% block shield, and I do have the stamina to wear it now. I might have to go with the shield. I can equip that and still keep a medium load. But it's not going to be 100% block. You know what? There's no point in trying fancy tactics with this guy. Let's just get the 100% block shield in my hand. There we go. This will allow me to block more of the damage he does. I won't do as much damage just now. I think what I can do is I can use my weapon art. I changed the weapon art on this to roar. I experimented a little with that yesterday, and I did actually find that it was working better for me, at least until I can find something that deals damage. The latest patch that came out for the game nerfed the Hoarfrost Stomp, which was one of the most powerful abilities you could get until patch 1.3 came out yesterday. And because of the patch, Hoarfrost Stomp has been nerfed into the ground now. It doesn't do anywhere near as much damage, and the build-up isn't anywhere near as powerful as it was, so quite sad, but that's what happens when people in From Software games abuse mechanics. He just powered through my attack there. Okay. I'll take a drink, I'll keep my health topped up because his attacks are capable of doing so much damage. His magic attack is getting through my shield, that's why my health is still going down. Oh, son of a bitch. I can see this is going to be a really frustrating part, this part with him. I'm not getting enough damage across. The greatsword takes so long to swing, but it is the weapon that I'm using, it's the weapon that I want to use. I'm going to take these out just now. What else do I have shield wise that I can use without going across to a heavy load? Have I got... yeah, I've already got that talisman equipped. So I'm thinking the tactic for this one is just to stay behind my shield. Let his attacks bounce off it and hit him. The reason I don't want to go to a heavy load, for those of you that have played Dark Souls games know the reason why I don't want to go to a heavy load, but this is why I don't want to go to a heavy load. I've now got about 3 iframes if you're lucky in... oh, I can't believe I've done that. I was thinking more about the Iron Maiden coming up behind me than I was about getting across to the platform there. From Software games are notorious for that. I think I'll take the shield off just now because I was moving faster without it, and then I'll put the shield on when I get up there. So yeah, there's what they call fast rolling, which is when your equipment load is light, but that's a very difficult state to get into. Because your equipment all has weight, it's very difficult to maintain a light equipment load unless you're wearing armour that's practically nothing. then you're always going to have what's called medium load, and with that comes medium roll. So fast rolling is, like it says on the tin, it's a fast roll where you recover, you roll, the roll animation itself is quick, but you recover from it much faster. Then you have what I have just now, which is a medium roll there. So you've got iframes through the roll once you get out the other side of the roll. So the iframes start here. They start once your character sort of gets near the ground. Any attack that comes at you at that point will go through you, and then you can start getting hit again as your character stands up from the roll. Your iframes have finished. I think the iframes last longer in a fast roll than they do in a medium roll. And then you have what I'm about to have once I put this shield on. So with my weight, if I go into equipment, you'll see under equip load, it's a heavy load, and you do not have as many. So the iframes here don't start until I actually hit the ground, and they end pretty much as soon as my character starts to stand up. So there aren't as many frames of safety here, and you don't recover faster either. So they call that fat roll. I, however, am willing to make sacrifices for that. But it wasn't worth it. So yeah. So you can see how I would get frustrated yesterday. We've made no progress yet today. I'm no further on than I was when I first introduced you to this video. And that's frustrating for me, because there's no point in you guys just watching the same content over and over and over and over again. That's not entertaining. You're not learning anything new about the game. You're not getting to see any new parts of the game. The problem is there's no way for me to bypass him. So there's a door on the left that doesn't open from this side. The portal takes me out and away from the academy, and he is directly in my path. He is an immovable obstacle right now. I can get him down in health, but I can't kill him yet. I'm learning every time I fight him, but it's not been enough so far. So I traded with him there. He got the damage, he got the good damage. Part of my problem, I think, is his sheer damage output. I can do about 100. Yes, I got the bleed build up there. Fantastic. I was going to say part of the problem is that he's doing tremendous damage, and I'm not. I'm getting about 180 off for. I think he was easily doing. So what's my health? Let's check my status. How much HP do I have? 800. He was knocking off easily about 200 to 300 HP off me with an attack, because he was costing me about a third of a health bar roughly. So yeah, it's unpleasant when that happens. You know, you're dying constantly to this guy. So we've got a lift there. He's gone now. He won't be back. And I'm trying to figure out where the next grace might be. But I need to watch out for these guys. I have found bits and pieces of their set all over the place here. I know where this goes. I know where this goes. There won't be another grace because this goes back to a door up here that I couldn't open from that side yet. So here, if you come up the... Give me a second, sorry, I remembered these guys were here. If you leave the debating chamber where I've been starting the recent gameplay. If you leave the debating chamber, come through here, up that right hand side, these guys start shooting at you the minute they've got a clear sight of you here, and they've got quite a long range on their spells. You've also got to get past a sword bearing noble here. I mean, these guys are squishy, but when you've got the mages in front of you absolutely bombarding you with spells, and I mean bombarding, they'll just spam out Great Glintstone Shard. Heal fire, then 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 heal fire, and that way the barrage is constant because there's no break. Where there's a pause between spells normally. Oh. I think we don't need to deal with that now. So anyway, you can see that I've opened up another shortcut. We got rid of the NPC here, and we've unlocked an elevator, so let's push on. Up or down? Up. Okay. Large area here. What have we got? Got statues. Got right in here. Dead end ahead, yeah. I've said it before, but Dark Souls players will troll people with, oh, there's a hidden wall here, there's a hidden wall here. Guess what? Here's a hidden wall. And there's not. Dark Souls games are good for having hidden areas. Erin found one the other day. So, you know, what looks like it might be a dead end, and you strike the wall and the wall disappears. But what I would say is that they come at a place where they make sense. How can a hidden place make sense? Let me see if I can explain this. Erin was following one of the many minor dungeons that there are scattered throughout the games, you know, the catacombs and things that you find out in the wild map. And she reached a point on the map where she came to a point similar to this, but it was an enclosed alcove, and all the paths had led her to that point. There was no elevator and no clue where to proceed, and I suggested to her hit the wall, and she cast a spell at the wall and the wall disappeared. Now, that made sense because everything led to that point, so everything felt like natural progression. In a From Software game, you can feel the path when you're playing it. It makes sense. The enemies are at your level. You're able to do decent damage to them. You can survive their attacks long enough to study their patterns. And if you do die, you can get back there and take them on. That feels like a path of natural progression. And then there's the environmental feel of natural progression, where everything in the environment guides you down a specific path. So in Erin's case, like I say, she had come to a room. There was a large cube in the middle that was a roundabout cube. It was a 360 path that took her back to either the entrance or this alcove. And so when, you know, it makes sense. If every path leads you to a dead, if every part of the path guides you down to a dead end, then that is a hidden wall. I hope that makes sense. This feels very boss-like to me. Grand, imposing chamber doors, big arena. So, and I can summon my skeletal friends for company. So I'm gonna do that, drink my flask, and we'll see what's waiting for us. I may be more creeped out by this than I have been.
Little Culver,
in a long time.
I'll soon birth thee anew, a sweeting, fresh and pure.
Now, what's attacking me here? What am I fighting? Am I fighting these? Oh, ouch. Can anyone... I'm assuming I have to kill all of these things to get her down. In which case, this is one of the coolest boss arenas I've been in for a long time. And I'm glad I brought the skeletons for this, because they will get up. I am doing this right, guys, yeah? This is what this is about. Oh, I've lost a skeletal militia man. The other one should get back up though. Is it this one I need to kill? I think it was. Okay. So that looks like it cracked the globe on her. Right, now it makes sense. So where's the next one? I see. It's alright, it's alright. I see. This is giving me Dark Souls 3 vibes with, what's his face? The Archdeacon McDonnell or whatever his name was. So she'll now get... Yeah, I was going to say, now her shield comes back. It gives me time to take a drink. So where is the one that I want? I mean, the good thing is there's plenty. Ah, I see. It's fine. There's plenty of cover, so it doesn't feel unfair here. Oh, but that does. Wow, that's because I exposed myself to get her. I've got 3 flasks left though. 4 if you include my wondrous visit. Although I've taken the healing out of that just now. Can't see the glow. There we go. So all the way around the other side. So if I make my way across using the cover, that's her cue for her big attack. So you just stay out the way of these corpsey Yeah, I had a feeling that that was dangerous. So, the bubble thing. I need to roll out the way, maybe take another drink. Then she'll come down. You're only going to get so many attacks off though before you have to roll away like that. There's the bubble already. I think part of the trick here is to not lock on and also to run very fast when you hear that "Come sweetings, time to be born anew." And he'll be across the other side now. Oh, I asked for that. I came out from behind cover. Where is the dome child? In the middle. Her magic is able to do so much damage to no! In such a short space of time. I think I've got her this time though. Come on, quick! Yes! That'll do. That was a tough boss fight, actually. I'm glad I brought the skeletal militiamen in because they acted as a magnet for the spells for the first part of the fight.
My beloved, have no fear. I will hold thee. Patience. Ye will be countless born, forever and ever.
Ooh. That darkness does not look good.
My name is Rani the Witch. Mother's rich slumber shall not be disturbed by thee. Foul trespasser. Send word far and wide. Of the last queen of Caria, Rennala of the full moon. And the majesty of the night she conjureth.
Oh, this is a two-phase boss fight. Oh, brilliant. And I've got no healing items left at all. Some spell. Has she just cast a moon at me? Yes, she has.
Thy fate lieth under my moon.
Tell you what. The second half of that was tougher than the first half. Got time though. That's an incredible two-phase boss battle, and one that I'm actually slightly scared of. If you remember, we opened up this shortcut, so we're just gonna Hail Mary, full of grace, and run. Missed. Haha. Don't underestimate them. I made light of that there just now, but that's what can happen if you do. These guys have infinite casting range. Good thing I got rid of our watchhound. They could come up behind me as well, so I'd like this lift to hurry itself up. I do not want spells in my back as I'm going up here. And I need to see what sort of... I died... So this time, The globe is somewhere behind here. There we go. That means she'll come down. One, two, three, and then if I'm lucky, a charge attack. There we go. Roll away, let the stamina build up again. Find the first globe child. Now, this is the point where this phase of the battle becomes difficult, because those tombstones, whoa, those tombstones will absolutely decimate me. And I really don't want to be drinking too many of these flasks. So there's one globe this time. There's another globe. The next one's round the outside somewhere. So this battle is attrition. Sheer attrition. If I don't make it this time, I think I'm gonna go for I've hit all three that I need for this phase, haven't I? Once they've been transformed, she'll send them this way. Come on! Because there's this. I think it's pretty much follow the books the first time through. There she is. And then heavy attack. And that's really all I need for this. I think I might be able to hit this one while she's charging her super attack. This is risky though, because the super attack will kill me. There we go. Whoa! The super attack will kill me this time. The super attack will kill me if it hits me. I need to drink, I need to drink, I need to drink. That's being charged up to come and attack me. Yeah, if I fail this time, what I was going to say is I'll change my flask allocation and I'll go pure. Now I need to be quick, I need to be quick, because I only get 3 attacks. 1, 2, 3, and charge. So that's the first phase done. I've still got 4 flasks, so I'm in pretty good shape. That's coming for me. Roll, 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 roll. Tremendous amounts of damage she does with her spells. But Skeletal Militia Man there is earning his pay. Whoa, roll away. I need my stamina to come back. I want her, not their giant. She's down so low. that I think if I get her once more, or my skeletal militia man can do it if he wants. Oh, she's so low. She's so low. Roll away. Just hit her. Can't get near enough to her to... Yes. Oof. That was tough going.
Where did he flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty, dither not. Come out, say I, or will ye be gravestones, to be better born anew? Ah, thou, is it thy wish to be born anew? To become a sweeting, reborn of my beloved egg?
Be
not alarmed, nor afeared. I would birth thee as a sweeting, fair and fine.
So this is where you come to do your rebirth. Got a locked chest. And we have our lost grace. Elden Ring. That's a troll. I don't think you're going to find much else in here. Don't know why this is locked. Might be because my intelligence is too low. But regardless, that is Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon, and that is, I think, the last part of this tied up. It's from the debate parlour. If you go the other way that I went, you go round all these and you end up back in the Church of the Cuckoo. Still a lot of stuff to do though. A lot of stuff to do. We've beat 2 bosses in the academy though. I'm very happy with what I've done. I beat a dragon over here. That was on a live stream. You'll have seen that because I'll have put that video up before this. So I'm not sure if there is anything left to do here. I think, looking at the guidance of grace, none of this seems to make sense because this is pointing in this direction. So yeah, I've done the academy here, but this is pointing in this direction. I don't think there's anything out there. And we've got Scenic Isle, Academy Gate. So this is the path of the guidance of grace. If you see, it's telling me to go here, 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 somewhere. And then we've got here, 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 and this will go to whatever this is. So I think that's where I'll be going in the next episode. I'll jump to the northern Rennala Lake shore, and we will explore this, whatever this is, starting with this, because by the looks of it, that's a something. And then the path leads us into here, but we'll see what we can explore. At the very least, we'll be knocking out this sort of area here. Alright guys, so thanks for joining me for this one. I'm glad that we got some content out for you. We beat an NPC and a boss in this episode. I'm very, very happy with that. And with that, I will see you in the next episode. Take care guys, thanks for watching. Raptor out for now.